wanted to make a little video and give you guys some updates on some of what's going on, what has changed in response to COVID-19 in regards to our time building up our community, and a couple, or maybe just one personal prayer request. We really want to be conscious of the fact that right now we've got all worldwide, it seems like, or at least nationwide, a lot of free time. And we don't want to just fill up your time with news about us, because we've all got more important things to pay attention to than like news about each other.
Like schooling your children when that's not your forte.
Yeah.
And all of the things that you have to do in your house that you would rather be doing somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all in this together, guys.
Yeah, definitely. So just jumping right into it, we were really excited and had been seeing some real genuine momentum building as we went through the month of February and into early March. We hadn't had the chance to kind of make a video and talk about it, but we saw 4 new families since we started back in January join our support team. And we hadn't even had the chance to really like formally launch things, and God just brought them on board. So that was so encouraging.
Thank you if you're one of those people for just letting the Lord prompt you to join our team and become a part of it. We're really encouraged.
Yeah, definitely. The other big piece of the momentum that was building was this event that some of you out there have seen us talk a little bit about, the Potter Mission Passport Dinner that our church, Life Point Christian Church, was going to host for us. And that was their own idea. They came up with it,
really cool.
Got behind it, wanted to advocate on behalf of what the Potters are a part of. And so we were thrilled with how that was going. Many of you have received invitations in the mail for that. The rest of you may have seen us promote the event, or even seen our church promote the event. Of course, it goes without saying that event, which was supposed to happen tomorrow night, or a week from tomorrow, that's not going to happen. Of course, it's postponed, which we like better than canceled. And so we're just going to kind of ride the waves of this pandemic out as we wait to see when we might be able to reschedule that. But we want to ask a favor of you. If you did receive one of those mailed invitations, could you, and you're watching this, could you just comment that you've seen this video in particular, that you're standing by for the makeup date, and just we want it to still be on your radar that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you have seen us or seen the church's promotions on it or their information, you'll know that it's been postponed. We're going to reach out as soon as we do safely know a makeup date, and probably we'll send a postcard to those of you who got the mailed invites, as well as just talking about things in the Potter Mission Facebook group and on our own accounts. So that's postponed. In general, if we could just ask you guys to pray. This is a challenging time for pretty much everybody.
I don't think anyone is exempt. Even our friends that live out in remote places around the world are being affected by this and changing their lifestyles as well. So
yeah. So we are really conscious of that. But as our full-time job right now is to build our support team up, this seems like a pretty odd time to try to do that. Of course, nobody chose this, but we just want to ask you to specifically be praying that the Lord would continue to develop that momentum that He started with, that He would allow that to keep going, and give us perspective that allows us to hang on to Him and trust Him in this time. We didn't cause any of that momentum to happen, so there's nothing that we can do to lose it. This whole thing is in His hands. The human race is in His hands, and we trust Him in this, but just want to ask that you'd be praying that He would continue to sustain that momentum, and even just put in the hearts and minds of people to not get so dialed in on what's just right in front of their faces like this, that they don't look out at the rest of the world, because this is going to be done, and we will get better. The human race will recover from this, and unreached people groups will still be unreached. And the Potters will still be seeking to be a part of giving everybody a chance to understand the truth of the gospel. So just pray that the Lord would continue to sustain us as we build our community. And I'll let Bethany talk about this last one, which is the one personal thing that we wanted to ask you to pray about.
So, as many of you know, Jack has struggled for his entire life with missing a piece of his immune system. And ironically enough, the piece of his immune system that he's missing is the piece that would fight this virus. This particular virus could do him in. And so we take it very seriously, the quarantine, and we have quarantined ourselves here in our little plot of land, and it's going very well. And despite him being a 15-year-old who had finally settled into a social life with kids at school that he goes to twice a week, and a youth group that he really was enjoying being a part of, that's been hard. And as a 15-year-old, he wants to still be a part of all of that. And it's hard to tell him, no, I'm sorry, you can't. I'll tell you some fun things. One of the guys that helps lead the youth group that he's a part of, realized what was difficult for Jack is that there were some people still getting together in small groups, which at this point is still fine. And every time he heard about them getting together, it just broke Jack's heart because he couldn't go. And so Eric, this guy, decided to reach out to Joel and say, hey, could we Zoom Jack in through this app called Zoom, where Jack can watch the movie we're going to watch together or hang out with us in my living room via the computer. And he can join us that way and still feel like he's a part of it. So that was really, really cool for Jack to still feel like they wanted him there, even though they knew he couldn't be there in person. So, but just continue to pray for us as we navigate this time, because Jack is one of those that is very high risk if he did catch this virus, that it would be very difficult for his body to fight. Yeah. So we're taking all the precautions we possibly can, but we've got a great schedule for the kids for their schoolwork. Their schools are working with us on virtual learning, and we've gotten started a little bit on that this week. So I think we're going to be okay. But just mentally and emotionally, as it is for all of you, it's hard for us to be confined to just our family and just our home. And but we have to be extra cautious about that. Like when the CDC says groups of 10 or less, for us it's the 6 of us, and we're not interacting in real time in face to face with other people right now because of Jack. And so it may be for us a little more a little closed in more than it is for everyone else. So just pray, especially for Jack. That's a lot of weight for a 15-year-old to carry, to know that your family, everybody in the family is missing out on things. You're missing out on things because of your health. And we don't want that to weigh him down, but we also need him to understand why it's serious. So just, keep praying for us in that. We're doing well so far. I don't think anybody wants to kill anybody else yet.
No, most of the time. Anyway, thanks for taking some time and hearing from us. And we would love to pray specifically for anything that you want to bring to our attention to. If there's any meaningful way that we can pray for you, your family, whether it's your family, your extended family, this time has got a lot of concerns in all of our hearts and minds, but we have a God who can handle that, can hear that from us this time as well as every other time. So thanks again for following along with us and for praying for the Potter mission. You probably won't hear too much more from us for now, just because we don't want to invade your digital space. We're going to practice a little bit of digital distancing too. So anyway, we'll talk to you again soon, somewhat soon. See ya.
Bye.